So I'm living in LA and I'm working at this restaurant, and after work I'm hanging out with one of the chefs, this guy Eddie, a big Vietnamese dude. And we're at his apartment and we're playing Marvel vs. Capcom. We hear a knock on the door. Open the door, it's this guy Richard. He's there with his golden retriever. He's like, "Hey Eddie, I gotta hook up on some shark fin soup." He's like, "Oh, where?" He's like, "Oh, you know Marlene?" He's like, "Yeah. She's got a twin sister that lives in Long Beach." It's like, "Okay, cool." Then Richard says, "Oh, but you need the password." It's like, "Oh, what's the password?" $20 for the password. So Eddie pulls out $20 from his pocket, gives it to him. And Richard says, "The password is yum, yum, yum." It's like, "All right, thanks." So he leaves, and Eddie turns to me and he says, "Hey, have you ever had shark's fin soup?" It's like, "No." It's like, "Oh, they cut the fin off of the shark, and then they make soup out of it, and they throw the rest of the shark away." It's like, "Oh, it's fucked up." He's like, "Yeah, but what are you gonna do? That's why the soup is illegal, I guess." So we get in Eddie's car and we drive down to Long Beach, which is like 40 minutes driving from Santa Monica. So we get to this lady's house and we knock on the door. She opens the door and she's like, "What's the password?" Eddie says, "Yum, yum, yum." And then the lady looks at me and she says, "What's the password?" Even though I'm standing right next to Eddie. So, yum, yum, yum. So she says, "That'll be $30. And I look at Eddie and he only pulls out $15 from his pocket. He's looking at me. And I mean, given the circumstances, I kind of figured he was going to pay the whole cost of the soup. But, alright, so I pull out my wallet. Luckily, I have $15 on me. Give it to the lady, and she gives us 2 cups, they're Starbucks cups of shark's fin soup. And we sat in Eddie's car and drank the soup. It was pretty good. Glad I tried it. Still, I think $15 is by far the most I've ever paid for soup. That is way too much.